I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which you're all meeting today, and that is the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I'd like to acknowledge their elders, past and present, their continuing history of 60,000 years of contribution and custodianship of the land, and to pay my respects to them. Well, thank you very much for awarding this Human Rights Medal today. I'm really sorry I can't be with you in person. I have a long-standing engagement in London and I just have to be in London instead. I'm really grateful that Nicholas, my son, is there, however, to accept this Human Rights Medal on my behalf and actually for his grandfather, John. This medal actually belongs to those people in our community who have a disability and those people who love them and those people they love. It's tough having a disability. It makes life more complicated. It makes life more challenging, not just for the person with the disability, but for their families and those who care for them. This medal really belongs, I think, to people who have faced pain and suffering, who have faced loss and grief, who have faced constraints and challenges because they have been born with or acquired a disability. This medal belongs to those people who, because of their disability, have faced prejudice and assumptions from other people about what they can and cannot do. This medal belongs to those people who, despite their disability, face each morning with courage and discipline, determination, perseverance, resilience, humour, and courage. This medal belongs to those people who have focused not on what doesn't work, but on making what does work to its optimum. This medal belongs also to those people in their lives who have challenged them, supported them, encouraged them, been there for them, and continued to believe in them. My dad was a man who had a disability. As a young man, he was a pilot in the RAAF during the Second World War. His plane crashed and he experienced a spinal injury that meant he was then in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. He was a man with a physical disability, but a lion's heart. He had a wife, my mum, who cared for him and who was his lioness, who was proud of him and encouraged him, and who was fiercely ambitious for him. Together they have lived full and productive lives. My dad passed away a number of years ago now, but for me he's still really with me. I've been really delighted to have the opportunity to pursue my life's work, to draw attention to and celebrate the contribution of people with disabilities and those who love and cherish them, and to celebrate and honour my parents' lives. I want to reflect briefly on something that has been achieved that I hope will make a real difference. And it's been achieved over the last 2.5, 3 years, together with really wonderful and innovative, good-hearted people in the property industry, with the support of the then Parliamentary Secretary for Disabilities, Bill Shorten, who is now Assistant Treasurer, and with people representing people with disabilities. The property industry adopted voluntarily new standards for livable housing. What that will mean is that housing will be built with people with disabilities and older people in our community in mind. What that means is it will be easier for people with disabilities to buy and or rent properties which are accessible and easily adaptable. I think that's a major breakthrough. It's not been done through regulation. It has been done through cooperation, collaboration, consultation and commitment. And I really appreciate the support both of Bill Shorten in his new role as Assistant Treasurer and also the new new Parliamentary Secretary for Disabilities, Jan McLucas, in continuing that work. 1 in 5 Australians have some form of disability, and the rest of us are ageing, some of us more rapidly than others. And whether it is you or your parents, your children, your friends, you're going to know somebody who has a disability. What I would say is that people with disabilities are just people. They're worthy of respect, honour, and is being treated as unique individuals with unique potential. They are valuable, precious members of our community, and I'm honoured to celebrate them. I'd like to acknowledge the wonderful work of the Australian Human Rights Commission, and particularly the work and support and leadership of Graham Innes. However, our work is ongoing, and there is more work to do. I know and I feel today that my dad is really proud. Thank you.